Okay. Welcome to another episode of What's on Yours. I'm Michael Hennessy.
And I'm Cindy Smith.
And we're once again going to talk about some books, movies, music, and television. So, how was your week, Cindy?
Busy. How was yours?
Busy as well. And cold. So cold.
I hear you.
My sister knitted me this really nice sweater, and I'm enjoying it because it's minus 30s here. It just won't stop.
I hear you. Canadian winters. Gotta love them.
Oh, boys. So this week, obviously, we've got the Valentine's Day coming up.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, happy Valentine's Day in advance.
Early.
Now, we're going to be talking about our favorites for Valentine's. Romance, right? For the movies and the music and the books and the TV.
Not much in TV, though.
Not much in TV, but you've got one of your favorite shows lined up there, so that's good.
That's not really a favorite, but whatever.
Oh, okay. All right. It's a guilty pleasure then.
Not even now, because it's just, I've lost interest in it, so.
Oh, you're stepping away from it?
After 19 seasons, I stepped out of it like a long time ago.
19 seasons?
It's 19 seasons.
Wow. Okay.
And the question is, can anybody who's watching this know what we're talking about?
Yes. I was thinking it was another one for a moment there, but we'll get to that.
Okay, I can't hear
We'll get to that.
think.
We'll start off with the books. What do you
What's
have for your romance idealized for Valentine's Day?
My top 5?
Sure.
Wuthering Heights.
Right.
I remember reading that in high school, and that's actually one of the books that I will take out and reread.
Oh,
I
excellent.
know
Okay.
what it's about, but I love Wuthering Heights. Anything by Terry Spears, her paranormal romance, from shape-shifting werewolves to jaguars.
Now that's slightly different for you because you don't normally go with the supernatural elements.
This is really the only author that I will read. I remember when I first got her book, we were going on vacation. I packed it with me. I literally read that book in 2 days.
Excellent.
Yeah. I just sat there on the chair just reading and reading and reading. And then stopping. It's like, what do you mean? I need more.
So that's interesting because if someone had proposed to you, hey, I've got this paranormal romance, would you be interested in reading it? You would say, no, that's not usually my genre. Sorry.
No.
But this one snuck in.
It snuck in, and yeah. So now it's like whenever I see one of her books, I'm literally at the store buying it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice surprise.
It is. Yeah. For somebody who doesn't read a lot of paranormal romance. So.
Right.
Yeah. My next choice is anything by Sylvia Day. She kind of writes much better than the 50 Shades of Grey.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a series that just wrapped up with 4 books, Bare to You, which was another perfect Valentine's Day read.
Bare to You.
Bare to You. It's like 4 books in the series. And then Michael gave me 2. Valentine's Day Disaster by Geronimo Stilton.
Mm-hmm.
And Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown.
Oh, excellent. Good old Charlie Brown.
Yeah, gotta slip the little picture books in as well.
Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, and yours?
Well, I don't have a top 5. I have a couple. Wuthering Heights is one. I enjoy it because the same thing. Back in high school, I still remember drawing the map of the moors.
Yes.
You know, and where the buildings were in relationship to each other in the town. I always enjoyed that. And that actually had kind of the supernatural element to it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that was like out of my whole English class, I think was that grade 10.
I think so.
That was like the only project I got an amazing mark on.
Oh.
And I remember getting the book, and when he was handing it out, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like, really? I have to read this? But then when you got into it, that was my all-time favorite book from English class.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
In English class in high school, I enjoyed that. We did I did a video project, Julius Caesar. You know, some of the scene from King Lear, Macbeth. I mean, so Wuthering Heights. That was one of my favorites. The English Patient, Michael Ondaatje. I enjoyed that. I tend to enjoy the stories that tend to be kind of tragic. An element of tragedy to it. You know, the unresolved connection kind of thing. Sweet Ever After is not really a romance, but there were some elements of how it impacted relationships, love relationships. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of romantic themed books in my library. Okay. That's my deficiency. That's a guy thing, I guess. Generally.
You should have added some like picture books or something.
Picture books. Happiness is Charlie Brown. That's a lot of love in that book.
That is.
I still remember when I got that. I think it was grade 1. Scholastic book order. Charlie Brown. Happiness is.
Yep. I love Scholastic.
Yeah, we get quite a few books. We wind up getting books at the SPCA library. Because a lot of children, they donate the books to the library. We get the books there.
Okay.
Because the boys have just like hundreds of books. They love reading. So.
I'm sure I'm the only parent in Michael's classes out of his course of elementary that's probably spent the most and supplied enough stuff for the teachers.
Wow.
Yeah. We dropped some serious cash into Scholastic books.
Well, that's good too. I mean, reading is excellent.
Yeah. Well, I noticed in the forms this time you can actually donate a book to the class.
Oh, that is very nice.
Yeah. You just put in what book you want, the price, and they ship it to the class as a donation to the classroom.
That is excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
I know here in our province here, there's a serious issue with literacy.
Yeah.
Through the schools and also adult as well. So they're tackling it. They're trying to find ways to tackle it. It is difficult.
Yeah.
But get books in the home. The more books you have in the home,
that's it.
More literacy is impacted.
Yeah, and if it's something that kids see you doing, it's that much more of an impact.
Right.
Yeah. I never say no to Michael about a book. Like if we go to Chapters and he'll pick up like a $20 book.
Right.
I mean, I'll hum and haw in my head, but I never say anything in the store like, oh, that's too expensive, don't get it. I pick it up.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Because he's actually reading The Hobbit.
Oh, wow, excellent.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That was something he wants to read, and so he's got The Hobbit that he's reading.
Excellent, and that's not a small book either. Yeah. Good. Excellent reading. Excellent reading.
Yeah.
Now, did you get to see the Hobbit movie?
No.
Okay, so did he see the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Has he read the books? Okay. Maybe he'll tackle that after.
Yeah. Well, it's the course. He wants to read The Hobbit and then go into the Lord of the Rings. So.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of movies, you've got some favorite movies?
I have some favorite movies. My top 5, well, in no particular order.
In no particular, right?
16 Candles by Molly Ringwald. 50 First Dates with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler.
Righto.
The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler.
And Drew Barrymore again.
Yeah. Pretty in Pink with Molly Ringwald. And Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey.
Right. What was that last one?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing. I thought you were going to have Ghost on there for a second.
No,
Ghost will probably be tied because you seem to have them paired up. Patrick Swayze in 2 of them, Molly Ringwald in 2, and Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Wow. Very good. Those are all good movies. You seem to enjoy the comedy with your romance.
I am like a huge 80s movie. Like I love like The Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, like those 80 movies.
Okay.
I like them.
It's funny, I just read last night, someone said if The Breakfast Club was remade, it would be 5 kids all looking at their smartphones for 2 hours.
That's it. It's true. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, in no particular order, I've got some movies that I enjoy. I have a strong romantic element to it. Out of Sight, George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. Excellent. You've not seen that one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Check it out. Steven Soderbergh did it and shot it, and adapted from what was it? Was the Elmore Leonard book? Elmore Leonard. It was an adaptation from his book. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Funny movie. Andy McDowell and Hugh Grant.
That's a good one.
Opens up with the most profane opening, I think, in the history of cinema. The first 17 or 18 words were all the F word. But not in a harsh way, in a very running late for the wedding type of way. And very, very entertaining. Ghost, I mentioned that one. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Unchained Melody worked out really well. Definitely a strong movie and very successful at the box office. Casablanca, one of the all-time classics.
Yeah.
You know, can't beat that. I mean,
Yep.
people. Here's looking at you, kid. You know, we'll always have Paris.
Yep.
Classic lines.
That's it.
Excellent. Titanic. You know.
Another one.
You know, one of the top movies of all time. I mean, that was phenomenal when it was released. I remember when it was released, and it made in the mid-20s, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay." But then the staying power was phenomenal.
Yeah, that stayed in the theaters for like ever.
Because the next weekend it made more
Yeah.
than the first weekend, and the third weekend made more than the first two weekends.
Yeah.
And it stayed in the 20s and 30 million for, I think it was like 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks. It was the number one.
I saw it twice
Okay.
because I went with my sister, and then the other time I went with.
Phenomenal staying power, and
Yeah.
a lot of teenage girls went and they do the rewatch of it. And I remember reading it was like they had to see who would cry first again in the rewatch.
Yeah.
But you know, people say, "Oh, screenplay is weak or silly." James Cameron knew exactly what he was writing. He knew exactly who the target audience was. Some of the elements that he created in it, like how to easily show in advance what was happening to the ship, like Bill Paxton and Rose when she was older on the ship, and the guy was doing the cinematic or the computer generated enactment of how it happened. And he was like, it was very like impersonal how he was talking about it. For him, it was a video game. But then later on, when it's happening, you already know the information of exactly what's happening technically. So you understand what's going to happen. You understand the timeline and all that, which was an effective way of giving the information, the exposition that's needed early on, so you know later on what's happening. It's not interrupted, like the tension and the excitement. Exactly. Everyone knows the ship sinks. That's not a spoiler. But exactly what happens in the timeline for what happens.
That's it.
That's refreshed, so people understand. Oh, this is about to happen.
Yeah.
No, a very very good show. When Harry Met Sally, one of the great classics as well. Comedy, love it.
Yeah.
Great show. And people think, oh, it's really funny, but it was kind of very different at the time because it was framed using a documentary approach, because it's all interviews with couples.
Yeah.
So it was almost like framed in a fake documentary, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end, they're talking as a couple to the documentary team. But that kind of framing of the whole story, that's not something that you've seen before. But it worked super.
It was perfect for the movie.
Yeah. It was excellent.
Yeah.
So I like there's two ways I kind of like it. I either like the tragic love story or the laughs with the love story.
That's it.
That's what I enjoy.
Very different movies.
You know, and as well with that, very strongly tied with that, with Titanic, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
You know, her song was like at the top of the charts for so long, right? And just the whole power of music along with that. Yeah. Now, in terms of music for romance, I'm a big soul music guy.
Gotta go with
Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin, those great songs. You could put any of those albums on, and you're set for Valentine's Day.
That's it.
Now, what about your guy? You mentioned a couple times Sam Smith.
Sam Smith? I like Sam Smith. He
cleaned up.
He did amazing at the Grammys last night.
I didn't see it. I did see some of the tweets this morning. He got his 4 Grammys.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it, but because they were unsure if he was going to walk away with as many as he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys you talked about on Spotify you were listening to.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with the whole Tom Petty thing, I think it's just it's gonna make the younger kids want to check out who Tom Petty is.
I'd heard it was like a generational thing. AC/DC, Annie Lennox.
There was that too, yeah. But with the Sam Smith, like you could kind of, when you have them playing side by side, you do hear the beat. But I mean, like when I first heard it, I didn't think, hey, this is a Tom Petty song.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to enhance, the popularity of Tom Petty again.
Both of them will come out ahead.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, who else do you have? Sam Smith? Any other romantic crooners?
Maroon 5.
Yeah.
I'm loving the new song Sugar. Train.
Okay.
Train has got some pretty good stuff out. Enrique. I have to mention Enrique.
He's a long-standing favorite of yours.
Long-standing. Always was, always will be.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to meet him, so.
That's right. You did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and Michael I think you had a photo at one point, right?
I still have it. It's actually sitting out somewhere.
Okay.
I can't put it away. But it was like that whole meeting of him was just amazing. It was just being at the right time, at the right place, with the right people who were in the crowd to meet him.
Okay.
That kind of got us up.
Nice.
Yeah. We had the woman that was behind us in line. She came with her daughters, and she was very pushy, and she kind of goes, come with us. So we kind of like tagged behind her. We got in front of the window.
All right.
So like the whole interview, Michael was in front of the window, and he'd bang on the glass when somebody stood in front of him. And just at first, like when we went in to meet Enrique, he was a little bit like, okay, now this is, because he really had no concept of who he was, like at 3-4 years old.
Okay.
Oh, okay, he plays music, yeah, but he didn't realize like how big of a player he was.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, you're picturing that. You're just beaming.
I'm beaming.
Seeing that picture, you're like,
I still like that's just like the best. That was like the best.
Excellent. Yeah.
That's my Valentine's wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he coming by through Montreal anytime soon?
No, nothing yet. I think he was maybe just here recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Enrique, anyone else on the music box then?
Shania Twain.
Right.
And last one is Faith Hill.
Okay, a little country twang on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to support the Canadian Shania Twain.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, her Up is one of the all-time best-selling albums.
Yeah.
She's in the record books.
She
Jeff
is.
Mutt Lang did a good job.
That's it. It's too bad they're not together anymore, but...
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And now, for our earlier referenced mention,
That's
19 seasons. I can't believe it was 19 seasons.
And the show in question is The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
Yeah.
When you were talking about 19 seasons, I was thinking, oh, she's talking about Survivor.
No, it came out in 2002.
And they have multiple seasons a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That long. That's a lot of roses.
That's
a lot of rejection.
A lot of rejection, a lot of ambulance calls, I guess. They must be making money from that.
Oh, a lot of pages in the People and Us magazines.
Yep. Every trashy tabloid.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So what about The Bachelor now? You walked away from that. I thought it was still your guilty sort of pleasure, but no.
I can't even remember when I walked away from it. I think it might have been after like 5-6 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was the same premise. Like, these guys, make out with all these women, get rid of all these women, and keep like the final 2. And then they're madly in love with this person, but, months or 2 or 3 after the final show airs, they break up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah. So what's the point in watching something if, it's not going to last?
Has anyone, I'm just curious, I have no idea. I'm just wondering, anyone who's paired up with The Bachelor, any of the seasons, are any of them still together?
4.
4 of them are still together.
It was one, she was actually on The Bachelor, and then she went on The Bachelorette.
Oh,
Trista,
okay.
she married her pick, Ryan. Then there was somebody from The Bachelor, Jason, but he actually changed his mind like afterwards and went for the runner-up.
Yeah, okay.
And there's like 2 others. I can't think of who the other 2 are.
So 4 of them out of the...
4 out of 19 seasons.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Great.
I think I'd seen when it was first new. When it was first new to North America, I think I saw a season of it. I half watched it, I think. Those were in the same time as Survivor first started coming in.
Yeah.
Survivor was 99, so yeah, everyone was hopping on the reality show.
Yeah. That's when I still watch. We watch Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that one is different. You know, yes, it's the same concept. Like everybody, you know, you do challenges but now it's nice to see that they're starting to get rid of like the stronger players who are more of a threat to them. So.
Well, you know, it's curious. You just mentioned. I just thought Survivor. I wonder if Boston Rob and what was the other one? Amber.
Amber.
I wonder if they're still together.
I haven't heard anything, so I think
maybe.
they still are. Yeah.
I think they had a reunion or something like that. I think they were still together then.
Yeah.
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 And
then you got the classic, you know, Richard Hatch.
Oh, classic, yeah.
I mean, like,
Tax evader Richard Hatch.
That's it. I can't sit here and name like all the Bachelors.
Yeah.
But characters from, you know, Survivor, like Richard Hatch. And there was that Sue. I think her name was Sue.
Same for the
season.
rat.
The rat, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
there's not other than that. There's not really too much on the romance for the for the TV shows.
There's not much.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I think there were some that were centered around, like Ally McBeal was a series all about relationships and that, but nothing really comes to mind right now. What's on there? Grey's Anatomy, I guess, is sort of, but it's kind of like junior high set in a hospital.
Yeah. There's
first
nothing like, yeah. I went looking and I couldn't find like anything that I could reference that would be like a good romance show to watch.
Like romance as being the central theme of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shows that have like
a love interest,
running subplot of romance, but none so much as like having it as the main part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind.
Well. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Oh.
Achoo.
Drama. The tension.
The drama. That's what you need. I think I'm going to. And then you end it like that.
Cut.
Cut.
Tune in next week.
Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
Well, that's it. That covers quite a bit. You know, anyone who's interested in having some romance in the books and music, movies.
Yeah.
Kind of out of luck with the TV, but 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
That's what Netflix is for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, go check out. I think there's some Adam Sandlers on there. There's some Molly Ringwalds out there.
Yeah.
You know, some of them hold up well over time. Some of them not so much.
That's it. Oh, that's like, you know, Grease.
Yeah.
Grease is still one of those movies that you can still watch 20, 30, 40 years later and still enjoy it.
You're about to put that on this week? Grease lightning.
Maybe.
Hey, grease lightning.
That might be something I need to do on this snowy day.
Now, did you see Grease as a production at the high school?
No, that was after I left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Righto. Well. Well, I hope you have a nice warm week.
It's supposed to be cold all week, so.
Cold all week. That's a shame. Same here. It's supposed to be cold here as well.
Canadian winter.
So I know you're on the road. Have a safe trip this weekend.
Thank you. We're going for a hockey tournament.
Win-win.
There's no if we win. It's we win. We play this time. We win. We play this time. We win. We play this time. We win. We play this time.
Right.
That's what you need to tell the kids.
Okay.
No more if we win. It's like you win, you play here. You win, you go to the finals. You win, you get a banner.
Nice. Something
Don't
to
you want to
hang.
come home with a banner?
That'll be
And
exciting.
now I think they're fueled. They want to.
Very good. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to hearing about it.
You will. Tons of pictures.
Your Facebook and Twitter feeds will be alive with photos.
Instagram? No, not Instagram, because I have two open, but
Okay.
it's only Facebook.
Great. Well, I'm going to be keeping wearing my my knitted
Knits.
sweaters. Keep nice and toasty warm.
Exactly.
And then next week we'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Exactly.
And we'll be talking more books, music, movies, TV.
Sounds like a
And
plan.
we've got some guests that are coming up, lined up. It's going to be excellent.
Yes.
We'll announce that soon.
Who will they be?
All right. Hey, thanks, Cindy. Have a great week.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.